Hello, you two. Alright, yesterday I got an eMac from Grateful42. And again, I'm very grateful, Grateful42. This is a 2004 model.
OS 10 includes a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver.
Yes, I know, shut up. You can usually tell what the original specs were by what's on the DVD drive here. And on here it says 17-inch CRT. It's a 1.42 gigahertz G4 processor. It originally had 512 megs of RAM, but I put another 256 stick in there, so now it's 768. It has a 160 gigabyte Seagate hard drive. It can burn DVDs, and it has a 56K modem, just in case I want to relive AOL again. But yes, I just installed Leopard on here, and installed beautifully. So let's take a look at the ports on the side here. You have your audio, USB ports, two Firewire 400 ports, an RJ11 for the modem, and an RJ45 for Ethernet. And of course, that's either mini DVI or mini VGA. I think that's mini DVI. And of course, the power button. In the back, there is a cooling fan down here. If I can get to it. Believe me, there's a cooling fan down there. I'm not going to do that while it's on, though. But this machine came running Tiger. I installed a new copy of Tiger on it so that I could use it. Well, it didn't come actually running Tiger. It came... Someone had started a new install of Tiger and they never finished it. So it came that way. And I've just put Leopard on it, and I'll set up Leopard here and let's get the ball rolling. I also brought out the keyboard I got from Goodwill. That $5 keyboard. And I got a mouse as well, so I can use that. And I'll get this thing all set up and we'll take a look at what's inside of it. Thank you. Your Mac is set up, ready so you can back up your computer. Browse your files with CoverFlow. I prefer using details, thank you. Email with style. Chat using effects and backdrops. Organize your work. Enjoy your Apple computer and OS 10. Now, I hope to get a gig of RAM in here at some point because 768 is not enough for Leopard. I mean, it's enough to get it to run fine, but it could be a little faster. I mean, you can see it already has a beach ball of lag there. And of course, I didn't actually have my official Leopard disc. I think I sold it with a computer at one point, so I had to get my backup image and actually burn a DVD. I had to go out and buy dual-layer DVDs just to get Leopard installed on here, and because I have to image another computer I'm going to work on soon, so this was definitely going to be useful. But the DVD drive does work. It also reads +Rs, which is good. So, there you go. Yeah, that's a reason to make backup images. Always make a backup, because if you ever suddenly need it again, it'll be useful. Oops. There you have it. Let's go to System Profiler and see what this computer is. I don't know what, yeah, this is my 1056 disk. Okay. So it has a 1.42 gigahertz PowerPC G4 in it and 768 megs of RAM. I put an extra 256 in there. I'm going to see if I can't get a gig in here. A gig should be enough to run most of what I need. So let's go into System Profiler and show you what's in here. Here is the specifications here. Is a PowerMax 6.4. 512K of cache is on the processor as opposed to the 1 meg. Unfortunately, but that'll be alright. 167 megahertz bus speed. And in the ATI section, we have a Pioneer DVD drive and a Seagate hard drive. It's a Seagate 160 gigabyte hard drive. Click on it there. There you have it. journal file system there. That's good. Alright. The audio is a Texas Instruments chip, which is odd, in my opinion. It must sound awfully good, though, because the Harman Kardon speakers, technically JBLs, but the Harman Kardon speakers in this particular computer sound very good. They have a lot of bass. There's no Bluetooth installed. Post, definitely working. Disk burning. So this will tell you what you can actually burn on here. I can actually burn plus R's and plus R dual layers, which is good. I can burn, yeah, it supports plus, which is good, because that's all I really have for dual layer anyway. 2 megabytes of cache on the DVD drive, so that's a good one they put in there. I don't have any fiber channel. I have FireWire 400. This eMac has an ATI Radeon 9600 in it. It's an AGP card with 64 megs of RAM on it, so it's good enough for playing something like StarCraft or something. It'll play Minecraft, actually, which is kind of funny. No hardware RAID. The memory, as you can see, I put the 256 in there. It does not... These eMacs do not like double-density discs. Or double-density, discs. What am I talking about? This isn't floppies. Double-density, or maybe not dual density, but higher density RAM chips. It needs the lower density kind, the single, when there's only chips on one side. My brain's blanking on the word right now. So I'm going to see if I can't get two 512 sticks in here. No PCI cards, no parallel SCSI. Power settings. You can actually detect if you have a UPS installed, which is kind of nice. No printers. No SAS drives. No serial ATA. Then there's USB. It actually detects the keyboard and the mouse. Unfortunately, there's no airport card installed. I need to buy one of those at some point to make this thing wireless, because all it has at this point is Ethernet, because it was owned by a school. That's a shame. Oh well. Well, there you have it. Here's the eMac. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is update this thing. Let's get software update going. And see what I can update on here. Get it up to 10.5.8. Install iLife 06, which I actually still have my disk for, thank God. So I'll get that on there, and this thing will probably be either a second editing machine or just a PowerPC machine to play around with, because it certainly has a decent PowerPC processor in it. My PowerBook G4 I used to have had a 1.33 gigahertz G4, so this is actually faster than that, which is pretty cool, I have to say. There you go, these are the updates for it. It actually has front row and everything, and 10.5.8. There you go. So I think what I'll do is I'll let that download that crap in the background and install iLife here. So let's get this show on the road. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get iLife 06 installed. This is the same editing software I use on my brand new, well, not brand new, but about 2-year-old MacBook Pro. Here's how you slim down iLife 06. Get rid of iWeb because it's garbage. Everything else, I'd say, is fine, so I'll keep everything else, since that'll only take about 7 gigabytes. And we'll get that installed right now. And there you have it. This is going to be a fun machine to play around with. It also has a built-in microphone, I just noticed that. There you go. The only thing that really annoys me about this machine is the fact that you need Allen keys to open it. That's quite irritating. But luckily I got an Allen key set for Christmas, so that was perfect timing. But yes, I acquired an eMac. This will be a fun machine to play around with. PowerPC Macs aren't as useful as they used to be, but they still serve quite a huge purpose for older software that just does it better than the stuff that's on Intel right now. So I still think the ideal machines to have for PowerPC would be a PowerBook G4, a G4 tower, such as an MDD or a Quicksilver, or a G5 dual. Don't get the quad because they have liquid cooling, and the liquid cooling was known to have problems. So if you're going to get a quad, make sure you get the latest model possible so that it doesn't have the liquid cooling issues. But personally, I go for a dual so that you have air cooling, because fans are replaceable. When you get a leaky on your motherboard, it's not replaceable. Well, the motherboard is, but it's $300. It's $700 for a new motherboard for a G5. Anyhow, I'm going on a tangent here, so yeah, these machines are fun to play around with. eMacs aren't the most high-end in the world, but they're still useful for getting certain things done. So I'll leave it there for now. Okay, here's the eMac itself. The condition it's in very good condition, I think. Focus it here. No gouges on the screen. Speaker grills look excellent. So does the DVD drive. It's all in all, it's in very good condition. The only real thing is it has some blemishes up top here and remnants of a sticker there. And that's because the school had gotten rid of it, and that's where the school property of the school sticker had been. Again, here are the ports. So you can see them all. You got your audio, your USB, 3 of them, Firewire 400, 56K modem, Ethernet, and I believe that's mini DVI. I think that's mini DVI. The power button's here. I never understood why they put the power button on the side. They did that. They seem to do that during the early 2000s with a lot of their computers. And of course, it takes just a regular IEC power cord. And here's the bottom. Assembled in China. And there you go. To get to the bottom panel where the RAM is, you unscrew this. I'll show you that real quick. And here it is with that bottom cover off, so it allows you to access the RAM here. When I got it, it originally only had one stick here. I added this 256 stick right here. Hopefully I'll get another 512 stick to look in there. There's some capacitors there. That's a Rubicon right there. And as you can see right there, there's an IDE connector there, and this is the DVD drive, the back of the DVD drive, so you can actually access the cables to undo the DVD drive here. To take the hard drive out, you actually have to undo all these screws up here, and just all the Allen key screws on the side. You kind of have to take the back off like you would a CRT monitor to work on it. Also, you notice here the type of clock battery it takes looks a lot like a camera battery. It's nothing unusual, it's just a camera battery there. It looks like it's a little grimy though. Not sure about that. I think it's still okay though. I don't know, I might replace that if it becomes a problem. In fact, I'll have to, so I'll stick this cover back on, screw it back in, we'll give it a boot test. Okay, I put it back where it was. So let's just give it a full boot. I've updated Leopard, put all the applications I'm probably going to use for now on it. So let's turn this baby on. There it goes. The screen looks to be in fairly good condition. There's no real blurry edges or anything. And here we have it. As you can see, this is the desktop. And over here, and myself, I prefer my dock to be on the side. At least I got used to that on my laptop, so. Let's go through what's in the dock, shall we? Finder, of course, which is the window manager. Dashboard. I don't really use the dashboard, so whatever. Camino is the web browser, which is a lot like Firefox. Except it's kept up to date for PowerPC, which is important. Very important. So I could go somewhere like YouTube and it'll work. The newest version of Flash I could get for this is Flash 10.1. But YouTube videos are not very watchable on this machine, unfortunately, because Flash for PowerPC just is not that great. It really isn't. Okay. So let's go to my videos. Alright, let's go to my video about, I don't know, the Windows 7 taskbar. We'll try to watch that. Full screen it.
Hello YouTube. Okay, now I'm using the LifeCam Cinema HD to record straight to YouTube. So this is a test of straight to YouTube. And there's also something I want to address that's been bugging me.
And this is at 240p. It seems to work pretty well at 240p.
We talked about Windows 7 recently, and
Let's go to my other videos. Let's do one that was relatively recent. My video about SOPA. So let's take a look at that as well. Let's full screen this.
Hello YouTube. Today is a very serious.
I said full screen. Thank you.
Serious video. It involves the future of the internet. The Stop Online Piracy Act, known as SOPA.
See how choppy it is and how much it lags.
Yesterday and today. And this bill could destroy.
That is a fault of Flash for Mac being quite it's just unperforming. I can't talk today. Its performance is just crap on OS X. I mean, the HTML5 is a hell of a lot better, but for some reason, it's not really supported that well on PowerPC, if at all. What else do I have in my dock? I have Radeon, which is the Mac version of Pigeon. It's written using the same back end, which is libpurple. The front end is just called Radeon. It's a duck instead of a pigeon. Colloquy for IRC, which still works. Skype 2.8, because 5.3 does not work on PowerPC anymore. Surprisingly, TeamSpeak actually works on here. So I install it just for the hell of it. iTunes. There's iMovie 06, which is also called iMovie HD. iDVD, GarageBand, it's all the iLife 06 software. Preview, system preferences. Now there's more stuff I'd like to add onto here, which I should probably do now rather than later. So there's things I like to add that are in utilities, such as the activity monitor, which is basically top for Unix. It's top with a GUI. Disk utility. Definitely could use that. What else is in here? The terminal. Definitely could use the terminal. There's also one other thing, image capture. Image capture is what I use to transfer images from, I don't know, a digital camera or even an iPod or iPhone onto my computer. And then that's when I go into iMovie 06 for editing. I don't really do that on my MacBook Pro, but I can supplement editing with the eMac probably. My HD videos I'm going to have to do on the MacBook Pro, but standard def videos I could supplement on this thing as well if I wanted to. I have the software on here to do it. What I've thought about doing is taking this eMac and putting it over by the piano over there and using GarageBand to supply the MIDI voices. That would be pretty cool. That's an idea I might toy with. What do you guys think about that? Do you think I should just use this as a musical instrument MIDI box? I have a USB MIDI adapter that would probably work in GarageBand no problem. I could also use this for audio conversion because the sound chip in here is a Texas Instruments, which is quite odd, and it sounds awfully good. So this is just my little venture into this eMac. Oh, I almost forgot. I did install Dropbox here. So Dropbox does work on PowerPC, surprisingly enough, although how hard can it be to get a syncing program to work on PowerPC, honestly. So, I don't know. It's just a fun little toy to play with. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be, but I'm going to make some real use out of it, that's for sure. One program I need to put in here is Audacity, that's for sure. That'll be quite useful. But other than that, that's just been my little venture into this eMac here, and hope you enjoyed taking a look at it with me. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.